As a pet owner and a busy person, I've owned a robot vacuum of one kind or another for years. The convenience and ease with which they can keep your home tidy between deep cleanings is important to me. While the cleaning properties and helpfulness of these gadgets have been hard to argue with, the price has kept this technology out of reach for a lot of customers.
That may change with the arrival of the Roomba i3 Plus EVO robot vacuum. This iRobot version is an evolution, see, EVO, of the previous i3, and it's packed with features. The major evolution is that it now adds smart mapping for room-by-room cleaning, something the previous i3 did not have.
Starting at a much more budget-friendly $549 US or $699 Canadian, the Roomba i3 Plus gives you some of the features of higher-end Roombas like intelligent navigation, self-emptying capabilities using the clean-base automatic dirt disposal, and it lets you control almost every aspect of your clean using the iRobot app. So is this bot on par with pricier robot vacuums, and how well does it clean? Let's dig in, since I've had a chance to have one of these running in my home for a few months of review. An early heads up, if you end up liking this video and finding it helpful, to please hit that like button and consider becoming a subscriber. Both those things do help me keep making more videos that I hope everyone out there can watch, enjoy, and learn from. I'll make a quick note here for anyone who bought the original i3 Plus. If you purchased your robot vacuum a few years ago, it was simply known as the i3 Plus without that EVO designation. The great news for anyone who owns one of those original bots is that a firmware update will give you the mapping smarts without you needing to purchase a brand new robot. Kudos to iRobot for that.
So what do you get with the iRobot Roomba i3 Plus EVO? In the package, you'll get the Roomba vacuum, and it has a bit of a softer look thanks to a woven panel on top of the bot. iRobot says it's meant to be more durable, and the woven texture will minimize fingerprints and collect less dust. I think it's just more likely you won't be able to see the dust and the prints so well on the textured surface anymore. Also in this package is the iRobot Clean Base Automatic Dirt Disposal Unit. This automatic emptying container was launched several years ago on pricier Roombas like the i7 and S9, and the plus in the name just indicates the disposal base is included in your purchase. In a lot of cases, you can also buy it later as an add-on if you want.
So what's the advantage of the iRobot Clean Base Automatic Dirt Disposal Unit? This automatic dustbin is actually a worthy upgrade, and not just for germaphobes either. The clean base means the Roomba can empty itself into a sealed vacuum bag so that anytime the Roomba is full, it'll head back to its base station and automatically dump itself. The base is also a charging station, and the robot will go home to recharge if it needs to whenever it's running low.
Once the vacuum docks, you'll hear the internal vacuum come on, and it sucks all the dirt out of that onboard dustbin and into a bag inside the base. The emptying process is actually pretty loud, and I'd say it sounds like a regular upright vacuum on full, and it's definitely quite a contrast to the low noise level of the Roomba itself.
Roomba i3 Plus EVO and its clean base use a high-efficiency filter and allergen lock dust bags that iRobot claims can capture about 99% of things like pollen, mold, and dust mites, plus cat and dog allergens. That means that when the vacuum empties itself, it's not just spewing dirty air back into the room. The base and the bags should hold about 60 days worth of cleaning debris depending on how often you use your Roomba. In my testing, sweeping every few days only, the bag lasted about 3 months. For this bot to work effectively, you needed to first map your space. Essentially, your Roomba i3 will go all over your house and use its sensors to draw an accurate floor plan of your home. Then you can use that to do room-specific cleaning. Creating the smart map will probably take several passes using this robot. You can make this happen all in one day by repeatedly sending out the bot on suctionless mapping runs, or you can just instruct it to go out and clean over a few days and wait. The app will tell you when it's had enough time in your house to generate that automatic map.
Next, view the map and label your rooms. This will involve putting dividers between rooms or spaces and giving each room a label. The i3 did a very accurate job of mapping my space. The labeling and naming is pretty straightforward and easy enough to manage. Once you have all your rooms labeled and assigned, you'll be able to schedule or initiate room-specific cleanings on the spot whenever you want.
To the question you all no doubt have, how well does this Roomba clean? I've found Roombas in general, they clean very well, and this robot is no exception. Roombas can pick up a lot of different things, from pet hair to crumbs, fine dirt or flour to grittier bits like cereal or crackers.
The Roomba i3 Plus EVO handles multiple types of floors quite well. In my home, it went seamlessly from tile to hardwood to carpet. The i3 EVO can get around and underneath things where pet hair tends to collect, like underneath chairs, dressers, and furniture. It even did a good job of getting close to edges and corners thanks to the spinning brush near the front of the bot. However, its round shape means it can't quite get into them perfectly. That's another difference the i3 has from the more expensive i7 and S9. The D shape of those Roombas are meant to let them nudge into corners a little better. With that said, the tiny brushes that extend from the i3 do increase the robot's reach.
Overall, I was pleased with how the robot was able to clean and the spaces it was able to get into, but yes, corners and narrow areas are sometimes a challenge. In my testing, the i3 EVO would do 2 or 3 rooms of my 1,000 square foot main floor on a single charge. The robot would go from room to room and find its way through doorways and around beds or furniture easily. Does the Roomba i3 EVO get stuck? I will say I have come home a few times to find my Roombas hovering over the stairs or stuck on a rug or a stray pair of underwear, but that's not too frequent. That's because the i3, if it gets into a spot that it can't get out of, it'll just shut down and wait for you to rescue it.
Using the scheduling feature in the iRobot app, you can choose which days of the week and times of day you'd like your robot to clean for you, making it easy to sweep up while you're out or at work.
One of the great things about iRobot's Roomba devices is that they work with both Amazon Alexa and the Google Assistant. That means you can just ask your assistant to send it out, send it home, pause the clean for you to answer the phone, and more. I've found the digital assistant features work really well and they are very convenient. Getting them set up involves linking your digital assistant app to the iRobot app, and from there you can say, "Hey G, tell Roomba to sweep the house." Overall, I think this Roomba is a great blend of useful features and an affordable price point. The iRobot Roomba i3 Plus EVO with clean base automatic dirt disposal here sells for a much more budget-friendly $549 US and $699 Canadian. The i7 Plus, by comparison, sells for about $999 or so, and the S9 Plus is about $1399 when it comes to regular pricing. If you want to read this review or reference any of what I've talked about here, head over to techgadgetscanada.com for a full write-up. There you can ask me any questions you have about this bot. You can also post them here in comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Erin. Until the next time, you can find me on either Twitter or Instagram. I'm at ErinLYYC. You can also always catch me on Facebook at facebook.com/techgadgetscanada.